Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. Well, if you can see behind me, looks like we're getting ready to have a red sunset. And you know what they say about the red sunset? If you've ever heard the old sailor saying, a red sunrise in the morning, sailors take warning. It means a red sunset's good. Well, looks like we're getting ready to have one here. We just got through with a big storm, and it wound up with a double rainbow, and it sure was pretty to see the rainbow. And I wanted to get a picture of it, but my phone was dead. You know how that goes. Anytime there's something good going to take place, your phone's dead. So I got it charged and was wanting to be part of the live chat. And it looks like, folks, that at 8 o'clock is the preferred time that I've seen coming in. We've had a lot of 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock and 9 o'clocks. And one of them said, let's just do the prime time. That was Holly's suggestion. And I said, yeah, that's about what we're seeing. We've got a lot of 7 o'clocks and 9 o'clocks and 8 o'clocks. And I think prime time would be a good idea. And that's where most of the comments and emails have shown up to be. So we're looking for an 8 o'clock time slot. Now, if you see anything come out in the mornings, that's going to be extra. We'll put that out if we need to. And as you can see here, we got a red sunset coming down here across Deep River Farm. And that's a paintbrush painting by the Lord himself. No two are ever alike. But it just finished storming here, and we had to come close the chickens up. Looks like we good to go, and hopefully we're done with the rain. It's been 3 long days. But I wanted to tell you folks about what's happened in Bat Cave. Many of you are familiar with Jake Jarvis. He's the guy that owns Precision Grading. He was the local hero there in Bat Cave that enabled people to be able to be dug out, so to speak. He was the one that had the equipment. He lives in that area, the way I understand it. And he was the one that was responsible for helping dig everybody out, get the stuff cleared so people could get out of Bat Cave. Well, what's happened is we've had all this rain, and I mean to tell you, we've had it. And they had even more in the mountains there than we had. And I mean to tell you, it rained hard here, thunder and lightning, and they had it as well. I talked to Bud this morning, and he was talking about all the rain. He said the typical places there in Henderson County, oh yeah, they flooded. They was flooded again. And then we got word of Bat Cave that they had 15 mudslides since the about Tuesday, I'd say. And these mudslides come in and they blocked Highway 9 and 74. That's the Girton Highway. And they've had to close the road. And I know for a fact, I've been up there in the last 2 or 3 weeks in the Bat Cave. If you saw the videos about Bat Cave when we were there, you'll see those if you want to go in the library. But the NCDOT has been planning on redoing that whole stretch of road, basically from the trailhead. I can't remember the name of it. It seemed like it was like Strawberry or something like that. It's the trailhead there on Girton Highway. It's right at the Eastern Continental Divide. And NCDOT was going to be resurfacing that, redoing all the drainage, rebuilding a lot of the culverts that go through there. They were going to have to build retaining walls and things where the road was washed out. all the way down to the Chimney Rock Road, and where it turns to the right there at the bridge. I'm gonna say it's probably a 10-mile stretch. Anyway, we walked that whole area through there on foot, quite a bit of it, and looked at it. And the place has basically not been touched other than moving the debris out of the road. A lot of places in there were single lane. You couldn't meet a vehicle in there at all. They had the portable stoplights up. You could see that on the videos from Bat Cave as well. And I was in there the very first day after it was made passable in Bat Cave. We went through there, and when I went back, nothing had changed. And then 2 or 3 weeks ago, nothing has changed. But they have been doing a lot of work getting the power poles and things like that. They got a lot of temporized power lines and communication lines up there in Bat Cave. That's just basically the comm lines are hanging in the trees in a lot of areas. And there are multiple areas where they're going to have to build a retaining wall because the river got up, washed it out, and then some places it's 75 to 100 feet down to the river. That's just how deep the water got through that gorge as it went down through there. And there's not that many people that live in Bat Cave. I think I saw a number of maybe 180 people. And there's a story that I'm going to share with you. This is going to come out on the morning feed in the morning because we're setting everything up to do 8 o'clock at night. But when we got special news like this, we're going to throw one out of the morning as well, or maybe around lunchtime. And if you're watching this video tomorrow at lunchtime, there'll be another video surface at 8 p.m. Like everybody was wanting. But this will be an extra one. But the DOT has been diligently working on plans to get permanent placement for power poles and communication lines and that type stuff, and had it all set to go. And then 15 mudslides later, they were back there this morning, the DOT, going back through and looking at the areas that had the mudslides and looking at a possible additional retaining walls to help prevent mudslides from coming down into the road, and for building retaining walls from the road to the river. So that's what they're looking at. It seems like when they take 2 or 3 steps forward, they get knocked back 8 or 10. And they do, they're doing all they can do as far as trying to get these roads repaired. Now, they do have 19W paved all the way from B-Log Road, there where you turn off of, it used to be called Little Creek Road, from that point at the bridge, all the way back to Cane River School Road. So there's a good 10-mile stretch that they have repaved all of 19W. And that booger's smooth now. And Bud will tell you, and I've been with Bud several times when we went up and down through there, that road would just, you could be moving along and all of a sudden there's no pavement, and then there's about a 2-foot deep hole in the road where they got washed out. They replaced the culvert and put gravel in it, and then the gravel sunk. So they would left a hole. So they've got all that repaired. And then with this week's rain, I saw Toe River was at the max. And in some of them locations, folks, when the river was at the max, that water would be on the white line of the highway. So I can imagine, well, with what happened in Bat Cave, and as bad as that is, I'm going to tell you, go back and look at them videos that we made in Bat Cave. You may have to go back about a month, but I think one of the thumbnails had a picture of one of them portable stoplights. So if you fish around in that area right there, you'll see them. But Bat Cave is destroyed, folks. It's there ain't been nothing done there other than push the debris out of the road. So this was a major setback with the DOT getting ready to redo that whole stretch. Now it's probably going to take a while, and I guess everybody's aware that they're still digging out Lake Lure, and they're anticipating that taking all the way into the fall to do that. So there'll be no recreation on the lake this year. And they're digging out everything you can think of, automobiles and washers and dryers and, you know, step ladders, tin. You basically come up with it and they digging it out of Lake Lure. And we did some video about that. I think it was a video we made 7 months after Helene at Chimney Rock, or something similar to that phrase. And you can check that video out. And you can see kind of what's going on. So folks, I wanted to give you that information about Bat Cave, what they had gotten to as far as preparations from the DOT, and now a big setback. So these folks are getting hammered. And I do know too, I want to go ahead and spill the beans on this. I have seen some information where a lot of these people that own property on the river, due to the new flood zone mitigation and elevation and the new requirements, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to have to sell their land along the river because they can't rebuild on it. So from what we're gathering, they're going to turn that into a green space. My guess is once it gets turned into a green space and somebody that's got enough money wants to buy a big tract of that with not worrying about having to have flood insurance or not being able to obtain any flood insurance, possibly buy this up and put some nice Airbnbs or nice hotels or something along that river, and the county will turn right around and sell it to them. Wouldn't surprise me, as crooked as all the government stuff is and how things are run, it would not surprise me, because think about it, folks, if the county and the state and the federal government are buying it out and it goes into a green space, the county was getting property taxes off of all that property from the river bed, from the edge of the river all the way up. And the county's then going to be responsible for helping flip the bill to buy this so-called green space and not get that tax money off of it. So what do you think the long-term benefit for the county is going to be when all that takes place? Do you think they're going to figure out some way to get that money back in the long run, plus a big profit? Leave your comment in the comments down there about what you think the outcome is going to be. So let's just put it that way. Is the county going to turn around and sell that property later for a big old price tag and recoup all of them property taxes plus a lot more, plus get new property taxes down the road? We might not see it for a while because they know that people will have a big revolt about it, but I guarantee you it'll happen sooner or later. Folks, thanks for watching today on Deep River Farm. I just wanted to get that information out to you about Bat Cave, and you'll be seeing our regular video at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching.